Happy AM, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the LPTV Disney Morning News Update. Sporting the Disney Cruise Line jacket today, my name is Doobie Mosley. The gentleman to my left, the managing editor of Laughing Place, is Kyle W. Morgan. How you doing today, Kyle?
I'm good. I'm not a lawyer or a doctor or any of those things, but...
How many trivia contests did you win last night?
I got screwed by the algorithm that you're going to update. Otherwise, I would have won one because I had more correct answers and I lost by 20 points.
Were you a quirky weirdo?
Was I a quirky weirdo?
Yeah, someone in the game was named Quirky Weirdo in the second game.
Oh, no. I didn't play the first game because I was finishing something else. But I played the second game and I came this close.
Now I don't know who Quirky Weirdo is. Now I got to go on an investigative report. I just assumed it was you. Okay, so we are here to talk about the week. Nope, we are here to talk about the past 24 hours or so in the world of Disney news and look ahead to what's coming up later today, plus some fun stuff, the kind of fun stuff you typically get in a morning show. We're more of a kind of like a Kevin and Bean kind of thing. Which one are you?
I guess I'll be Bean.
Okay.
Because it's your name with a Muppet.
So we start each show the same way, and that is with... So Kyle Burbank, yesterday about this time, Disney stock was at 108.6. How do you think it is today?
It's down a little bit.
Is it?
I don't know.
My screen share.
Chance almost.
Actually, that 50-50 really doesn't apply here because it's basically the same. 108.2 was at 108.6. That's pretty much the same price. So.
I said down a little bit. I think that is accurate.
We need to keep track of this to see how well you do with this.
Oh, that's true. I'm sure I would do not
well. Kyle is a quirky weirdo. That's a given. All right, and then after that we have Kyle. This really is the Kyle show. What do we got?
Well, we have no thunderstorms across the country today, so that's cool. It might pop up later, but for now, looking good. It doesn't mean there won't be snow because that might happen. But over in Anaheim, they have a wind advisory until noon today. But once that passes, it'll be sunny and in the upper 60s during the day, clear and in the 50s in the evening. Orlando, low 80s today with mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. Castaway Cay is actually slightly cooler than Florida with highs in the upper 70s, but the 72% humidity will add a few degrees to the real feel. Thank you. Look at that. Those disturbances. Mixed precipitation. That's what we experienced here.
I'm going to start using this map. I like this map. All right, go on.
I like that map too. Paris, that's where I was, I think. Mid to upper 40s this evening, and they have breezy conditions. Tokyo, they actually have a gale warning through noon tomorrow. So that could also lead to some high waves, they say. Temperatures in the 40s throughout the day, topping out at 49 tomorrow. Shanghai, it's a similar story where the weather will also be in the 40s all day, although the winds will be a bit lighter there than they are in Tokyo. And in Hong Kong, peak temperatures tomorrow will be in the late morning, but they will stay in the upper 60s, and it will be a bit windy, but that'll be offset by high humidity.
So Doobie's choice for the day is?
Orlando.
Shocking. Orlando or Castaway Cay? Always the right answer. All right, so before we get into the hard news today, I think we need to get into the important news. We've been having a bit of a debate over the quality of a new song that has been released. I'm not going to play it today. Don't worry, all you haters out there. But it is a great song, the new DVC, Disney Vacation Club song. And so yesterday on Trivia, we played it. And we took a poll to see how many people liked it or didn't like it because everyone on LP seems to hate it except me. And the poll results show Doobie's right.
That's not what it shows.
Only 4 people, only 22% thought it was bad.
There's more negative responses than positive responses. You haven't split amongst.
I have 3 positive responses here and 1 negative. You think meh is negative?
Meh is negative. You made it negative.
I should have said it's okay, huh? Dang it. That's my fault. All right.
Yeah, it is your
So-
fault.
I could have had a winner here. I've had a couple of people tell me the more they hear it, the more it grows on them.
I'm not saying it's not catchy. I'm saying it's not
Okay.
good. The question isn't would you, it's is she hot?
Hey, we've got breaking news. All right, so cool. This is a fun breaking news item. I'll let you guys know very soon we are going to be talking about last night's Sweethearts night at Disneyland, which looked like a ton of fun. So we're going to have Mike Celestino on with us, who was there last night. We're also going to have Rebecca on here because she is such a sweetheart, Rebecca Mosley, my wife, and we're going to talk about that. But first, let's check out this breaking news that we just got. This is
going to be fun for the two of us. Let's go through each one.
Right. This is Great Music is in Bloom with Garden Rocks at the 2023 Flower and Garden Festival. So we got the Flower and Garden Festival not so long ago.
Okay. Sorry, I had to break in. I thought about this last night and was going to say this today and forgot. And Nikki B picks up where I left off. So good job.
That is a good
job.
I was
Nikki B. Going to say that when we discussed it, and I just completely forgot.
All hail Nikki B on that. Should have Nikki B on for this segment because she's my CCR sister. All right, so
a lot of revival.
Common culture references.
Okay.
Which apparently is not a CCR I have with you. Great Music is in Bloom with the Flower and Garden. Let's see who is performing at Flower and Garden this year. So, wow.
Former Journey lead vocalist.
I feel like so. First, thought it said Journey with former lead vocalist, and now I see Journey lead. This is like the difference between assistant to the regional manager and assistant regional manager.
Seriously.
So
which guy is this? Because he's not Steve Perry.
Well, no, he's the former lead vocalist.
Well, yeah, Steve Perry is also the former, right? Or did he get back with them?
I thought he was with Journey. He is Journey. All right.
Not for a long time he wasn't.
Steve Potter, the guy who said, "Nah, this band's not going anywhere," is coming to. Is he going to perform Journey songs?
Who knows? Then we have Idol runner-up Daughtry.
Daughtry, not Dougherty.
Daughtry. I don't know who Tommy DiCarlo is. Smash
Didn't
Mouth.
he used to be head of merchandise for the Disneyland Resort? Ben, I know you're down there. Tom DiCarlo? Never mind. He's not listening. Go ahead.
Smash Mouth, obviously, you got All Star and Walking on the Sun and other stars. And they actually have a brand new lead singer about a year or two ago. So you won't see Steve up there. It's the new guy.
Shouldn't they be at Universal, though? They're a Universal band with a tram.
They've performed at Garden Rocks and some other Epcot events before.
Okay. Continue.
I don't know who Mike Del Guidas is, but I'm very excited because I'm going to have to make a journey to Epcot from March 19th to 20th because I have a fever and the only prescription is more cowbell. So luckily, I'll be able to take care of that in a couple of months.
Berlin is going to be there. Now we're getting to my groups. I am sad to be missing that.
And the Pointer Sisters. I think, unfortunately, one of the Pointer Sisters passed recently, didn't she?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you are right on that.
Louis.
I'm glad they're still performing.
Figueroa.
Figueroa.
At 21. Oh, TBD. They're my favorite band. I don't know if you've ever heard TBD before. They have some great bangers.
If it weren't for Disney, would Starship have any career at all? I've been seeing them perform at Disney.
That city.
Do they do an Epcot version of that?
We
built this experimental prototypical city tomorrow.
Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles, but not the Don that you know. Switchfoot is going to be there. We actually might have to go to Florida to see. That's Becca's favorite band.
Are you serious? Like,
yes.
Literally serious?
Literally serious. Switchfoot is her favorite band.
That's crazy. Then you
and Flock of Seagulls is on Doobie's top 5. So.
I ran so far. Okay, go
on. Then where were we? Joe D. Messina. Okay. Ambrosia. Cool in the Gang. I know them. And then, okay, so Herman's Hermits. Peter Noon does a show on Sirius XM. and I do an impression of him, and Becca hates it. On Peter Noon.
Imagine why she hates it.
ELO, the orchestra featuring members of ELO. That sounds like a good time because ELO is 2 thumbs up, even though I only gave you 1 thumb, 2 thumbs. AJ Croce. Croce plays Croce. This is a rough schedule. Casting Crowns, CCM band. Jason Sheff, the longtime lead singer of Chicago.
We've got a lot of those this year.
My favorite ones are the ones that need qualifiers. Rick Springfield, that's another 2 thumbs up. I wish I had Jesse's Girl. Plain White Tees, Hey There Delilah. The Spinners, I know the name. I couldn't tell you what they sing. Commodores, I assume without Lionel Richie.
You assume, but you don't know.
At June 16th and 17th, Epcot will have everything you want and everything you need and everything inside of you that you wish you could be, because Vertical Horizon will be there. Tony Orlando will be there without Dawn on June 18th and 19th. Simple Plan, they're just a kid and life is a nightmare.
Do you really know songs from all these bands just off the top of your head?
A lot of them. Now the ones from like the 2000s, like Warped Tour era, yeah. Living Color, and Everybody Can Wang Chung on July 2nd and 3rd.
Wang Chung denied. Is that it? That's it. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. The Plain White Tees. Are you gonna go my way? You got to know. Some good bands. That's right. Living Color. I'm right on that, right?
Well, it's Lenny Kravitz. I don't know if they did that song first.
Okay. In Living Color.
Well, In Living Color is a show.
I know, but why do I know Living Color? Dang it. Why am I said, was this album called Living Color? I'm associating Living Color with Are You Gonna Go My Way, even though it's Lenny Kravitz, and there's a reason for this, and I just don't know what it is yet, and I can't find out right now because I'm busy. Ooh, we have more breaking news, and I think we even have Mike Celestino in the area. Earl of Sandwich at Disneyland Resort in its temporary location at La Brea Bakery will be opening at 11 a.m. today.
Which is the time it would normally open on the day we thought it was going to open. So very exciting.
Nevertheless, it's actually happening, and that's not always the case. So. All right. That was exciting to go through those bands. I learned more about you and your musical knowledge all the time. Let's see. Next up on today's docket, while we wait for Mike Celestino, we have OLC showing the money. Kyle, your place.
Yeah, Tokyo Disney is giving a raise to cast members, 7%. I don't know what they're making now to tell you what that equates to, other than it's 7%.
Yeah, and aren't stateside Disney cast members in negotiations right now?
Yeah, so I think they have a vote coming up. I think the union has advised people to vote against the proposal. So we'll see how that shakes out.
Tokyo, it applies to more than 20,000 cast members, and the government in Japan has urged wage increases to compensate for very high inflation. So it's pretty awesome for them. Nikki B says
inflation's kind of crazy there. I mean, you buy one-day tickets like 10,000 yen,
which is what, like $17?
It was a joke just because it sounds big, but you just dropped the zeros basically. Drop 2 zeros.
Let's see what else is going on. Black Panther arrives on Disney Plus today. You, like me, never quite got around to seeing it in the theaters. Now is your chance to go. You know, my wife's giving that a big thumbs up. See,
double thumbs up. I thought she was like, I'm really excited to come on the air.
I'm going on a cruise in about 3.5 weeks, and if it's going to be on the ship, I'd rather see it on the ship, even though I'll probably never quite get around to it. And if I do, I'll probably fall asleep. So I feel like I should just watch it on Disney Plus. Okay, folks, I am very happy to say that right this moment, we have 2 guests joining us. One is my wife, Rebecca Mosley. How you doing, hon? You're kind of quiet.
I'm doing okay. I had myself on mute because I didn't want you guys to hear all the clicking and stuff as I got, set up here. But no, I'm doing well. It was a fun trivia night. Although you keep playing that song. I mean, and I don't even hate it, but yeah.
Mike, if you can hear me, let me know when you're in a comfy place. Like I said, we can see you today for this because we're mostly talking about last night. So just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Nikki B knows me so well. She says the song I'm thinking of is Cult of Personality, which kind of sounds like Are You Gonna Go My Way? I'm a cult of personality. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Okay, we are ready for Mike Celestino to join us for Sweethearts Night discussion and more discussion of the Disneyland Resort. Rebecca was on the socials for that last night, so I've asked her to come on here and help us talk about it. How you doing, Mike?
Good morning.
How late were you up last night, Mike?
Like 2-ish.
Mm-hmm.
You're young. This is a piece of cake. All right, so Sweethearts Night has begun at Disneyland. Last night was the first one. They've got 1, 2, 3, 6 more coming up. Are they all sold out, I wonder? I don't know if they're all sold out. So
I don't know.
If they're not all sold out and you're in love or you're willing to spend some money on the black market, maybe you too can go to Sweetheart Night later in the week. So
if you want to see Mickey's Mix Magic.
Oh, poor Mike.
So, you know what, Rebecca? I'm going to let you lead this discussion. I'll just handle the media.
No, okay. No, I was surprised, Mike, because I guess the winds were too strong, so you didn't get to see the Sweetheart fireworks. Did they do anything else for you instead, or what happened over there?
Yeah, about 10 minutes before the fireworks show, there was an announcement that there were winds at high altitudes. So I kind of figured it seemed likely it was going to get canceled, and yeah, sure enough, they replaced it with projection-only show of Mickey's Mix Magic.
Now, is this the second or third year that you've been to Sweethearts Night? I was trying to think.
It's probably the third time overall.
Yeah,
maybe not 3 years in a row. What's that?
I said it's a pretty fun evening. What are some? I know that they've got romantic setups for people to take pictures and stuff like that. If you had to what's the Mike Celestino highlight of the Sweethearts Night?
Well, I'll say the Royal Ball is pretty unique because, I mean, where else are guests going to get the opportunity to dance, like literally dance, slow dance and more, energetic dancing with real princes and princesses from Disney. You got Ariel and Eric out there, Jasmine and Mr. Jasmine, Aladdin. The name escapes me for a moment.
Okay, there was a photo that you took. I think it was over at the Royal Ball area, and I just want to know what am I looking at here? Because I was.
So I hit the frame capture on my phone as I was recording the show because they did a very funny Star Wars beat in the Royal Ball show where the orchestra kind of went into the Force theme for a minute. There was the name of the band is Fat Cat Swinger. They have performed at Disneyland a bunch for different events. They don't really go by that name for the Royal Ball, but it's still the same members, and they just have a lot of fun with it.
Mike, I was going to say, I know there's a lot of character, and we're going to get to those in a moment, but what I didn't realize was how many just romantic picture spots there were. Like this one, this is from, what movie is this from, Mike?
This would be The Little Mermaid.
Ah, very good.
I've been on the ride. I know it because of the ride mostly.
And I actually don't know which one this one's supposed to be.
What?
This is Silenzio Bruno from
your favorite movie,
Luca.
Okay, I don't think of that as a romantic spot, so it didn't occur to me there.
And then this one I think is new this year because it was not one I recalled seeing previously. Mike, was I right on my memory there? Do you recall?
I had not seen this previously. It's some penguins from Mary Poppins.
So nice little. The thing that I didn't realize, because I've been looking at your photos the past few years, kind of helping out from the news desk, as it were. And one of the things that didn't dawn on me, and I didn't realize, was that they actually they set up. Oh wait, Doobie just put over my photo.
I'm sorry.
No
Sorry.
worries. Oh, they have multiple setups of a singular scene.
Yeah.
Which makes sense for demand.
Exactly. It gets people through that line, which
That's
the
pretty
line's going to
brilliant.
be very long. Gets
Yeah,
people through a little bit quicker.
Yeah, among the setups that they had was what Tony's. They had
The
the
penguins.
penguins, but the boat from Rapunzel with the various lanterns. So
Yeah.
really picturesque stuff. I'll let you jump in, Doobie.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a nice castle picture up here because I really like what they
Oh, I
do
can
with the
do that.
castle there.
I can do that. You can
got
talk to Mike. I can. Okay, got it.
I got it. Yeah. With the hearts, this actually isn't a still. This moves, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's a nice moving projection loop that also goes down Main Street USA. It gets projected on It's a Small World as well.
Yeah,
There you
there's
go.
a small world. So pretty. So pink is everywhere, right?
Yeah, this one's not as pink.
You were there with your wife, right?
Yes.
Were you?
She came
I know
down.
you were working, but were you able to indulge in some of the romanticisms of the night?
The only thing that she got to indulge in is some of the food. She wanted to try the heart-shaped ravioli, beef, whatever, tri-tip or whatever it was.
So pretty.
How did you get the dancing on there?
It's Instagram fun, Mike. That's,
The way the gram works, Mike, you got to get with the program.
like I say, I get to make your beautiful cinematography tacky.
Vertical video is never going to be beautiful to me, so you can do whatever you want with it.
Okay, cool. Oh, I had that picture. Hang on, Mike. If you give me just a moment, I can pull up an image of the ravioli you're talking about.
Yeah, she got that. She got a dessert or two as well. Boy, it was really tough to get good pictures of the characters this year. They've gone out of their way to make it difficult for you to get photos of the characters if you're not waiting in line to meet them. And waiting in line can take upwards of like 45 minutes to an hour. So if you want to commit to seeing or meeting the characters, it's going to eat up a lot of you because it's only a 4-hour event.
There you go.
Speaking of eating. So is that what most people seem to be here for, Mike, is the characters?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of these Disneyland After Dark events, and it is mostly about the unique characters and the photo ops. You know, the attractions are mostly open as well, but those, like I always say, it's a good opportunity if you're not an annual pass holder and you want just like actually you'll get like 7 hours, but 3 of those hours will be overlapping with regular guests, and then after that you pretty much have like unfettered access to all the attractions to run around and board all the attractions with no lines, because most people are waiting to do the unique stuff.
All right, we have a request for you to just be quiet for a moment. Everyone to be quiet.
There are some doves crying behind you.
And I see him performing at Epcot.
Hey, Doobie, over at I want to say this is at Del Zocalo. They have a parfait that sounds like your kind of thing. It's a dulce de leche filled Mickey cream and a brown butter streusel, and it's topped with heart sprinkles, and it looks like a succulent, like a little Mickey cactus. You can see it. Is that third image down?
It sounds good, but I would be afraid to eat anything that looks like a cactus. It scares me, so I would stay away from that. I know the music in the background is for Mike, but I wouldn't be shocked if this This is my favorite. Oh, go ahead.
No, you keep talking. It's all good.
This is so wonderful and sad. I feel like this is just for people who had to go here alone.
Wow, that came out way better than I thought it did. It's like, oh, it's so tough to get a picture of him, but it actually worked out.
Can't bear to be without you, Valentine.
Which country bear is this? What's his name?
Big Al.
Big Al.
It's the
Okay.
big one. Yeah, he's the one with blood on the saddle. Blood
Okay,
all around.
so this was the one before the event. We were looking over the character list. You know, they had the various character locations. You know, they would tell you, oh, you go here, you can get your picture with Tiana and Naveen. If you go over here, it's Bernard and Bianca. And this one just said, "Be my Valentine."
Okay.
And so I was, you know, kind of wondering leading up to it, who's going to be there, you know, because it was over in Critter Country. I did not envision that it was going to be Big Al, and I love it. Totally love it. So that was a nice surprise going through your images. But I have to admit, Mike, as much as I enjoyed all the Sweethearts Night stuff you provided, the footage you shared of Wondrous Journeys at Small World Mall, for me, kind of overshadowed because it was just so stunning.
That was really cool. I said on Twitter, like, every time I see this show in a different location, I decide that's the best place to watch it from. And it was definitely true after seeing on Small World, because you can really see, this is the first time I've really been able to tell what's going on in the projections and like make out all the characters and catch a lot of the Easter eggs that they threw in there from all the different animated features. So yeah, highly recommend, whether it's got the fireworks or not, probably to go and watch this show on the Small World facade.
Yeah,
And
go ahead, Jimmy.
I asked you this last time, I'll ask you again, now that you've had an evening to reflect. How does the show without fireworks compare to the show with fireworks? How big a loss is it?
Yeah, like I said last night, it's about a 15% loss of what you're going to get, I think, in my estimation. Most of the enjoyment I'm getting out of the show is the work that they went into the, you know, mapping the projections on all the different surfaces and mashing up all these different stories that we know and love, and the music is really wonderful too.
What is a better projection screen? It's a Small World or Mist Screens for World of Color?
Depends on the wind, I guess.
That's a good point. You don't have to worry about that. And it's a Small World.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, the story is so much more visible to me when you kind of that storyline that you're going through, that rise and then that, you know, conflict and then the resolution is much easier to follow seeing it here at Small World. So yeah, stunning.
And so also, Mike, while you were at Disneyland yesterday, you finally got to see those new Disney 100 medallions, am I right?
Well, I started collecting them on, what was that, Friday night? And then I got a bunch more photos of them around at the hotels yesterday.
Are you actually collecting them?
I'm collecting the ones that I like.
That's not, no, Mike, collectors have to be completists.
not me with this one, because it would cost you upwards of several $100s to buy all of them.
When I see this, I think they should put these in a machine with like the arm where you drop a coin in and see how many get pushed over. I think that would be a lot more fun. So these are some of those. Let's see. Mike Celestino also saw some pretty awesome merchandise yesterday. I know we've talked about this before, but he got some great pictures of it. So let's go ahead and show the dress. Yeah. Rebecca, what do you think of this dress?
I love this dress, and it's sold out already, from what I recall, on Shop Disney. So it's one of those things. You have to go to the image, if you have it, Doobie, of the castle up close, because there's not even a great shot of it on Shop Disney. That castle is just, it doesn't look as nice. Look at that. Mike, did it strike you in person?
Oh yeah, that really jumped out at me. That's why I felt like I had to get a close up that. And it's hard to get across in the image, but those are two separate pieces of fabric. Like the castle is printed on one piece of fabric, and then the fireworks are on like a transparent piece of fabric over that, if that makes sense.
100%. Yeah, no, and you're right. You don't really get that in the way it photographs. And I also love the fact that they have these little Mickeys hidden throughout the fireworks burst. So
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful design on this dress, and hopefully we'll see more make their way back to Shop Disney for those of us who can't just hop over to downtown Disney. And,
Between this dress and the carousel dress, I feel like these attraction dresses have really upped their game. I mean, not that they weren't great before, but like a whole another level. Mike, how are you not just rocking out, like dropping the camera and just dancing your heart out?
It's funny because I've gotten used to the new loop of the, all the different attraction music already. And now it's the beginning of Black History Month. They're playing all the Celebrate Soulfully music. So it wasn't what I was expecting, but it is a jam.
It is. It's a bop. It's a ditty.
It's a bop. Yeah.
And here's another new item, one of the new Jungle Cruise shirts, which I heard some people love and some people don't.
This is too like 70s for me or something.
It reminds me of George of the Jungle, like the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I initially went Schoolhouse Rock, but you're totally right that George of the Jungle.
I wonder if that's what they're going for. That just hit me.
Mike, can you unpack your adjectives and describe this shirt for us?
I can't because I'm just a Bill. Is that?
There you go.
No, your name's a Mike.
Okay.
What do you have on the itinerary today?
So I'm really here to get there's a new video that's playing in the
Opera House?
In the Opera House for the Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln pre-show about Frederick Douglass. So that's where I'm going to go grab that. There's also some Black History Month stuff happening in downtown Disney that I just tweeted out before we started here. Right next to where I'm sitting, actually. But yeah, and then I'm gonna head home and do Bad Batch and today's comics.
And check out some new merchandise. I hear a bunch of new Return of the Jedi merchandise has dropped today for the 40th anniversary all over the place.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Oh.
Hey, Mike! Breaking news: a bunch of new Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary merchandise.
No, I didn't know this. Where can I find it at Disneyland Resort?
You tell us.
I'll message you, Mike, so you can kind of be on the lookout for some of it.
Okay.
Stumble on any of it if you want. I don't know what your schedule's up against, so.
Before I go, I want to mention the entertainment. I really kind of focused on the entertainment at Sweethearts night last night because it was so tough to get good photos of the photo ops and the characters. But I had never seen this band before that performed at the Hungry Bear restaurant. I'm blanking on their name, something with string in it. And I really liked it. It was almost kind of a Crazy Kirk vibe of taking like contemporary songs and putting them to like bluegrass type music. I really dug them. And they like saw me recording them through the whole show and came up to me afterward and they were like, "Hey, where is this video gonna go up?" So hopefully they'll check out their video on the Laughing Place YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool. And Earl of Sandwich is opening at 11, so make sure you check that out.
I will get photos of that for sure.
And you've been standing in this spot for the past 20 minutes, and there has not been one transparent person or someone carrying someone else behind you. And I thought that was a trademark of the Platinum.
A shadow person?
Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed there. Mike, thanks for joining us. We're going to see you at 2. We're going to do a walk and talk through the Disneyland Resort later on today. So
wait, we are? Really?
I mean, that's on the schedule. If that may change, make sure you let somebody know.
That's going to delay all the other stuff I have to do today. But okay, I guess that'll get moved to tomorrow.
We'll talk about this backstage.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Hey, Rebecca, since you're here, please.
I was going to say, do I get to sign off too, or do I have to stick around?
You can.
Well, you have to put on a playlist. You have to keep the jams going.
I wanted to find. Oh, there it is. Hang on, Doobie. I really wanted to share it with everybody. The name of that band is Little Scotty String Band. It was over at the Hungry Bear restaurant, and there's videos of it on our YouTube. And so, just wanted to be sure to get the name out there.
Thank you so much. All right, so that was Mike, mostly talking about Sweetheart Nights. Again, there are 6 remaining, February 2, 5, 7, 9, 14, 16. Check Disneyland.com to see what's still available for...
Not the 4, 8, 15, 16, 24, 30.
No. And I will totally leave it up to you, Rebecca, but I would love for you to stick around at least for this next story, but beyond as well. Stop shooting scare, present, share screen, boom, 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 and boom.
Lots of
And
competent noises for nothing. Oh, there we go.
so at the El Capitan, you can celebrate Valentine's Day with The Princess and the Frog during Disney Plus Date Night, an event that they've got coming up, running February 8th through 14th. Get a dinner and a movie package, Princess and the Frog at 7, dinner at Maselli's Italian restaurant in Hollywood. Pretty cool event. Really just an intro to my question here for Kyle, Rebecca, two extremely happily married people, two the most wonderful people you can possibly imagine. What is your perfect Disney date movie?
Does that have to be animation?
Oh, but it can't be Marvel or Star Wars.
So
Okay.
animation.
Well, it could be
There's Disney
Timothy
branded.
Green,
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Remember the
Yeah.
Titans.
Enchanted.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Remember the Titans? Yes.
Probably
It's
Beauty and the
pretty
Beast. Because that's
Which
her
one?
favorite.
live action.
No.
The recoil. That was good. Huh.
Oh, now Rebecca's movie knowledge extends far beyond the Renaissance. She grew up on the 70s live action, $1 Million Duck, Barefoot Executive, all the Boatniks, all those classic
North Avenue
romantic
Ranger,
movies. Yeah, so I'm anxious to see what Rebecca comes
Snowball
up with there.
Express,
Yeah, exactly. How many
Moon Spinners.
relationships were cemented in front of Snowball Express? More than -1, I'm sure.
Yeah, romance. I like
Mike,
I like Cinderella. I think Cinderella is a nice romantic movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I expected something deeper, but that's okay.
What's your go-to?
My goat? Well, no, I can't tell you because then next time I put it on, you know what's going on.
No,
It's
but
not going to be obscure enough.
I'm like,
Did he ever tell you about the time he was backpacking through Western Europe?
no, but what's your choice? When someone said if you had a friend who was like, I have a date with this Disney fan girl, and I like Disney too, but I really want some suggestions on, what would be good to kind of accompany my beautiful dinner that I'm making for my date, and we're gonna have
So most of these Disney movies, romance is a part of it, but it's not the central thing. Beauty and the Beast is a good exception. Beauty and the Beast actually is a great part about the romance. Cinderella, the romance is just, yeah. So I'm going to go with one where the romance is really key to the entire story. It's almost a classic romantic comedy, but set in the world of Disney, and that's going to be, even though I can't remember the exact name, so let me look it up. That's going to be Enchanted. I think Enchanted is a
You
great
just
romantic.
said it like 5 minutes ago. You couldn't think of the title?
I wasn't sure I was right if it was Enchanted or Enchantment. It just, yeah. I think Enchanted. Mac, what's your searchlight choice? I want to know. But don't you think Enchanted is a good romantic movie?
yes,
Okay.
we saw it
That
at
and-
Capitan.
Either that or Race to Witch Mountain. I'm not sure which one is really going to do.
Do you remember when we saw it at
Mm-hmm.
El Capitan?
Mm-hmm. I let Jess choose what movie we went to see on Valentine's Day one year. She chose A Good Day to Die Hard.
That's the fifth one, right?
Show me you've got a good wife without
least
showing
good
me.
one?
That was the least good. No, that was bad. Actually, it was really bad. At least Sean McClane was back.
I like the fourth one. It was
Oh.
fun. Technically,
Now, just a minute.
What did I do? I'm so confused.
Sorry, I hit a button. Did I do
think hit
something?
it. No, we're fine. We're fine.
Okay. Look, see how romantic.
So we have the Beauty and the Beast on the left, Nermi and Nermi on the right, and the little girl who now has her own growing up baby
No.
in the center. This picture is so old.
Yeah,
Every time I see this
so-
picture, I feel like, why does Rachel have her head on my chest? She looks so much like Rachel in this picture.
That would be my sister that he's talking about right now. So yeah.
was that just a backdrop?
I think it's isn't it the gala from the movie?
But this is a green screen, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it's a green screen.
Okay, I was like,
There's
I don't
another
know
one.
where
Hang
that
on.
would be at El Capitan.
Yeah, because there was another moment. Hang on, this is a terrible picture. I can't believe I'm about to share this with people. So we are climbing out of the sewer.
That is a terrible picture.
You're a Ninja Turtle.
That was a fun day. We went with the Nermies. They're from Canada. We said, let's go to Beverly Hills, see what's there. And we like drive up through Beverly Hills, and one of the first things we see is Sidney Poitier crossing the street.
Yeah, we took them to the Rodeo Drive. And we're like, yeah, hopefully we'll see some celebrities. And we stop at the light, and we go, like, Academy Award winner, Sidney Poitier.
How about a map to your house, Drew Carey?
It was like so perfect.
It was the best. We had such a good time that day.
Okay, what we gonna do now? Mandalorian season 3 is premiering soon on Disney Plus, and thanks to Disney Plus Netherlands, this is where I'm seeing this. There might be a different source, but
I'm sure there are. It's one of those where every Twitter account that the company owns retweets it.
Well, this is the one that came up on my tweet deck, so I'm going to show it. New Mandalorian poster. What do you think, Rebecca? I know you're a Star Wars lady.
It's nice.
I'm seeing it from @Disney and @Disney Plus.
I got it from Disney Plus Netherlands, so clearly I'm willing to go out further than you to find these things. Yeah, March 1st on Disney Plus.
Het world
1 month away.
Phenomenon Sorry, Dutch.
You know, there's only 2 things I hate in this world. People who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch. Wow. I actually looked, I did look at StarWars.com. I did not look at Star Wars Twitter, but I did look at StarWars.com. I don't see why you guys want to criticize me because I went to Disney Plus Netherlands to find it. This is where it popped up. This is where I got it. Y'all mean. Meeting 15 minutes before the show.
You see it's the Darksaber in his hand, right, Dave?
Yeah, I do see that now that you mention it.
And the Pop-O-Matic Trouble is in the background.
That's what I always think of too, Kyle. I thought I was alone.
I meant to show this to, we're proud of you, Doobie. I got that great reference. What reference did I make? I forgot already. I meant to show this to Mike while he was on here. Something else to surprise him this morning. There it is.
I wonder what those symbols on the top mean, because that's not on the regular one. That's all. It must be specific to the Netherlands.
Yeah, so probably means
12 plus. I don't know. Is the spider supposed to be like frightening scenes or something? Like now I need to know about the rating system in the Netherlands.
Get a closer view here. We've got 12 plus. There is punching. There are insects, and there is throwing up of snakes. I believe by Eve from Wally throws up snakes. So, spoiler alert. Oh, thank you, Mac. Thank you very much. Okay, moving right along. I consider this sad news. Maybe I'm being whatever, but this is sad news. The Disney Magic is in the process of converting several staterooms to concierge level.
Why does that make you sad?
So the Disney Wish, Disney's newest cruise ship, one of the complaints about it is they've devoted so much space to concierge. You know, you pay a lot to go on a Disney cruise, and they have a bunch of space for the luxury retail. They have a ton of space for concierge. They no longer have food in some of the locations where they used to have food, like just the coffee shops and stuff. But you can buy food. So just a little more nickel and diming has come into Disney cruising, which has traditionally been you pay a high price, but you don't get nickel and dimed. And so the fact that the Disney Magic is taking a bunch of rooms that weren't concierge and making them concierge, which means they will cost more, concierge is becoming a bigger deal on the ship. You know, I just fear that's going to become a trend even on more of the fleet, where to get not that you have to do it, but it just becomes a bigger focus. The more you focus on concierge, the less you focus on non-concierge in life. So anyway, this is my fear. This is why this story did not thrill me until I go concierge and I can afford to concierge every time. And then I don't even think the other people should be allowed on the ship. But right now, while I'm not concierge, this scares me. So,
at least you're honest.
Kyle, did you really find this out? Violence, fear, and coarse language?
Yeah, I found a guide to the rating system.
And so that was violence. Where we got this here? Violence.
Yeah, the punch. It was a
Violence.
punch. A spider is fear, and then coarse language. It's someone swearing.
Oh, that's what's going on. Nothing to do with Eve and
Nothing to do with Eve. The description for fear says the production contains frightening elements. It is a 6 rate. If in a 6 rating, it is not more than dangerous situations or unrealistic creatures like monsters. In a 9 rating, it's like a 6, but more scary. Makes sense. Small injuries are shown. In a 12 rating like this show, injuries are shown, jump scares, and very frightened people in dangerous situations may be present.
Wow. They can get really deep with their rating system there.
Doobie, I don't get to tune in all the time every morning because sometimes I just don't make it in time to watch you guys. Have you talked a little bit about this tweet that you can see in the green room? Because I find it fascinating.
No.
Okay, so check it out. It's the year of the rabbit. And so Disney tweeted this celebratory tweet. Look, it's like a collage of rabbits. And it's mesmerizing. I can't stop looking at it.
It's this should come with a warning label in the upper right. I don't think they could show this in the Netherlands without an icon.
I thought you were going to tell me that one of these isn't a rabbit, and I was going to try to like pause it.
So, Rebecca.
Well, frankly, one of them's a hare. So
name them, Rebecca. Name them.
What?
Name them.
Well, they go too fast. I mean, I can name all the ones that are in here. You've got Judy Hobbs.
Johnny.
You've got Judy Hobbs. You've got the March Hare. You've got the White Rabbit. You've got Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Then you also have the 2 adorable little kitty bunnies that are in Robin Hood.
Okay, good job. I didn't think you could do it, so I'm impressed.
Actually, it's 3 little kid bunnies from Robin Hood, including I think the one that goes "Wait for me, not so fast, wait for me."
Speaking of animated gifts, that was a great segue, Rebecca. You sure
Thank you.
You on her all the time? The Franklin exhibit in Philadelphia has unveiled some animated posters that will adorn the entrances to their various exhibits. And each of them apparently has Easter eggs as well. So where it all began, you can see some cool stuff. So this is kind of neat. I'm sure someone from LP is going to be covering this thing. I think Jeremiah said he's going, if I'm not mistaken. So he can get these. But this is pretty cool. What do you guys think of these animated thingies to thingy before you go in the thingy?
They're fine. They're not as good as that.
That's cool, Mac. That does happen. The magic. Oh, it's got ploop, pump, toot, plump, whistle, and boom.
Toot, whistle, plunk, and boom.
I got them all right. I just had the wrong order.
The thingy, but the thingy.
But it's a lyric to a song with a toot and a whistle and a plunk and a boom. You have to have it in the correct order, otherwise it doesn't become lyrical.
No, I'm the master of the lyrics. Rebecca, while I scroll through these, did you hear the DVC song? Have you heard it? Should I play it for you?
I've heard it.
What do you think?
As long as you only play the first half, I'm there.
So this is pretty cool. Fanboy, if you could put in the private chat if we are going to be covering the Franklin exhibit, I would love to know. It premieres on February 18th. February 18th in Philadelphia at a museum that we think may have been referenced in a recent episode of Abbott Elementary. We know it was referenced.
No.
We know it was referenced. We think it may have been Synergy, or it may have just been.
I think it's probably just a pop. I mean, they've done tons of exhibits here before. It's a pretty well known outside of Disney, so I wouldn't say it's direct Synergy.
Okay.
Especially since they didn't say, "Oh yeah, we're going to take them to the premiere of that new Disney."
I know. What a great time to do it, because we can also show the kids that new Disney exhibit.
Yeah, it's not General Hospital.
So someone's mad that they didn't say, "Why didn't you mention the exhibit?"
I know, right?
So Rebecca, what do you think of this fun company?
Ooh, it glows in the dark.
does that mean something? Is there something glowy in the dark about Luke Skywalker?
Well, I mean,
Ghost.
I know. Is he a Force ghost all of a sudden?
Yeah, so
Let the
That's
rampant
also-
speculation begin.
But this is something for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So we're speculating on something that happened 40 years ago.
No, it's just cool.
But it means that if you have it setting up in your bathroom and then you walk in there in the middle of the night, you'll be greeted by a glowing Luke Skywalker. Just like I am greeted by a glowing vinyl Mason character.
That would be cool if he had a voice. I like walk in the restroom and he lights up with the Force is strong with this one as I'm going potty. That would be so awesome.
No.
No one wants to hear that in the you're in the middle of the night, you're half asleep, trying to, then all of a sudden, no.
See, normally when he says these sorts of things, he's like, well, thank God Rebecca's not here, but now you're here. You're not stopping him.
Now you know why I asked if I had to stay.
She may not be stopping me now, but
Usually I have my headphones on and I'm like doing my morning, my morning house cleaning with you guys in my ears, and I'm just shaking my head like, oh dear, he did not just say that.
We don't have a doobie dump button yet.
No. And I'm envisioning you
was
looking
that
at
an
him
intentional
like,
pun,
really?
Kyle, considering where this all started?
No, but I thought of it after I said it.
By the way,
We
what
would
did
put
you
on a delay. Is there an intentional StreamYard delay we can install?
But okay, but just before I came on, you guys were talking about the new Disney Plus arrivals. And you talked about how, I think we should wait until we have been on the cruise. So if we have the opportunity to see Wakanda Forever on the ship and we end up doing it, then it will not have been spoiled. But if we don't, then it'll, we can watch it when we get home. Because we saw Black Panther on a Disney cruise. And so it would be cool to just continue, like it could be a tradition.
That's true. But I know Quantum Mania is going to be on there too, if I want to see that. And it's only a 4-day cruise. Only a 4-day cruise. We're not spending 6 hours in a movie theater on a 4-day cruise on a ship we've never been on.
No. You know what I need it instead of a Run P app, I need a large screen app. So it tells me about how far into a film are moments that I really want to see on a big screen. So that way when I'm on a cruise, I know I should just kind of sneak into a back row at this point in the film to see parts of it that really need to be experienced on a big screen.
It's very niche. If you happen to be on a cruise and don't want to watch an entire movie, you should pop in 1 hour and 20 minutes in.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
There was a movie I did the opposite. I you the first few moments of it because I remembered it being impressive, on a big screen, and then I left and went and played shuffleboard with my son while you stayed and watched the rest of the movie. And we ended up playing shuffleboard with Peter Pan, and we ended up seeing a whale fin raise up into the sky and then slap the ocean way off in the distance. But I was like, whoa, never expected to see that on a cruise. It's pretty cool.
Being on a cruise is sometimes you're reminded that you are on a ship in the middle of an ocean that would swallow you up without giving it a second thought. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool experience. All right. They just released this. We're going to take 2 minutes and 23 seconds to not listen to a very awesome song, but to look at something they've released in anticipation as we're 1 month out from Mandalorian Season 3.
This team has given us 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, with another season on the way. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni.
We get into this because we're fans.
The people working on this feel just like you guys do. The legacy of it means something to them.
It is this mix of incredible talent, everyone just bringing it week after week.
I think we've got some really good Jedi working on this series.
I'm very proud of The Mandalorian. It's about becoming part of something larger than yourself.
This is the way.
Did you expect The Mandalorian to become such a global phenomenon?
Honestly, I was just happy to get to make Star Wars.
It's Pedro Pascal!
I love you!
I mean, it's have to have been incredibly surreal to watch the show blow up like this.
The Mandalorian blew the doors off social media.
Are you familiar with the baby Yoda from The Mandalorian? Well, I think might be able to unite the country.
He's stolen everybody's heart. Hi, Grogu.
For a generation of kids now, Grogu represents something that R2 represented to me.
Breakout star.
The most carefully guarded surprise to date, Luke Skywalker's appearance.
For people to be able to discover that in real time was magical.
To see the reactions. Oh my God. That was a high point of my whole career. Makes you grateful that you're doing what you're doing.
Everywhere I've gone, people want to talk about The Mandalorian. And to now have the third season ready to present to the public.
We thought it might be fun to show a sneak peek.
You have removed your helmet. And you are a Mandalorian no more.
All right, kid. Hang on.
What y'all think?
It just it reminded me of everything I love about where Star Wars on Disney Plus has been.
That was as good as the Mike Mack hype video for the Cincinnati Bengals, I think. That got me very excited for 28 days from today.
Are you enjoying Disney Plus Star Wars, Kyle? I haven't really talked to you a lot about it.
Yeah, we watched the first episode of Andor, but otherwise we've watched all of Mandalorian, and we watched Book of Boba Fett, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It'll be one where it's been a minute since we had been able to watch something on a Wednesday morning or whenever it comes out. It's Wednesdays, isn't it? Okay. Because yeah, we did it for Mysterious Benedict Society, but before that, it's usually the Marvel stuff. So yeah, it's nice to have a reason to get up early and watch some.
A reason to wake up in the morning. And Mike Sillis, I'm sorry, go ahead, Rebecca.
No, did Luke's arrival hit you like in a special emotional way, or no? I mean, for some people it did, for some people it didn't. I'm just curious.
Not really. I mean, I guess it was like unexpected, but I don't know. I'm just like, well, yeah, if they have the opportunity to do that, why wouldn't they? I don't know.
I can remember my gasp when that X-Wing passed by the window, and I was like, it will, no. I can remember when that X-Wing showed up, I was like, no. And then when those doors opened, I was like, wow, they did this. I have a saber. I bought a saber necklace mostly because of that scene, that coming down the hallway and R2 being alongside. But this trailer honestly reminds me of my obsession. And like, if I ever meet Dave Filoni, the one question I need answered is who is the R2 unit on the back of his X-Wing when he has his cameo on The Mandalorian. It's like in the stills, I like pulled stills from it and zoomed in, and it's a gray and green. It looks to me like the R2 unit when they're doing green screen work, when they have him on set in that way for the digital composites. But there are R2 units within the universe who have that color scheme, who have their own bios. So maybe it's one of those because it's one, that would have been part of the royal force there on Naboo. So maybe it's that droid with his super cool hero bio. Like I say, it's one of those weird things that I hope someday I can find out the answer of who is the droid on the back of the X-Wing you were piloting in The Mandalorian.
If you enjoy hearing Rebecca get passionate about Star Wars as I do, I'm hoping, I don't know our schedule, but I'm hoping she's going to be doing the weekly recaps with Mike Celestino of The Mandalorian when he kicks off March 1st, because those are always fun to watch. Since it's got you here, you're talking Star Wars. Does this bother you like it bothers another Becca on our team?
She's not wrong.
Well, also, I don't know why they're drooling these sayings out of the side of their mouth.
Sadly, this is the first one that came up when I searched. This is not the best pin. But anyway, does it bother you that she's saying that this scene is shown with her having the bun head? The
ABC Family Show?
Oh, that was such a good show. Canceled way too soon. It needed more room to breathe. I mean, come on. Oh, such a good
So it
cast.
doesn't bother you. Something I just ran across. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I wanted to show this, of course. Mike Celestino is at Disneyland right now, and he just ran across some new Mandalorian apparel at the Star Wars Trading Post. Grogu. Who is the star of the show? Mandalorian or Grogu?
I love how Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau have been able to elevate the Mandalore and the Mandalorian. And so now you have this whole other kind of realm of I don't want to say like culture and behavior and mythology and all of that. It's really, kind of coming more solidly into its own. I know that they did somewhat with the Clone Wars and the Rebels. I don't want to ignore that legacy, but like I say, now we're getting so much more of it, and I know we're going to see many, many more Mandalorians at things like Disney Expos in the future and Star Wars Celebration and the code of the Mandalorian. It's going to be I like that they're able to kind of dive into that and have their own, much more of their own sandbox, because I feel like George Lucas had really kind of fleshed out the Force and what the Force was and what it meant and the lifestyle of the Jedi and all of that, whereas this hadn't been fleshed out in the same way. So it's nice that it's kind of something that can really just be in many ways their own. At least that's how it comes across. I'm not as deep of a fan as Mike Celestino. I'm like a moderate casual, but yeah, this kind of stuff is what I love about science fiction is the creation of entire civilizations, cultures, languages, that don't exist, and it's cool.
And as we found out, Mike Celestino cannot speak any of these languages. He does not know one Star Wars language.
I used to have, not in the world of Star Wars, but I used to have like kind of a survivalist. If I got dropped on Klingon, in a Klingon world, I used to have just a smattering of Klingon that I had learned back when I was a very passionate Trek fan.
You should not forget that. You never know when that's going to come in handy.
Well, it just so happens I was watching the episode of Frasier the other day where somebody sets him up at the bar mitzvah and he thinks he's about to give a beautiful blessing in Hebrew, and instead he utters one in Klingon.
Oh my goodness.
It was such a good episode. It made me so happy to watch it. I had it on the other day.
I'm just remembering that moment. That's one of the top 5 laugh out loud moments in history.
It was so good.
One more Mando thing. This is coming from an obscure Twitter account called @StarWars, I believe. I'm not familiar with it. It's the American version. It's only another quick Mando preview.
Ready for an adventure? This is the way.
It always reminds me of Professor X.
Okay. So can I throw out wild and reckless speculation to you guys?
Oh, yeah. You don't even have to give a disclaimer. Just throw it out there like fact.
I thought you were going to make a banner.
So, no. So Anakin, right? Anakin is taken away from his family to be raised with the Jedi, and he, turns to the dark side. There was this part of me that wondered if baby Grogu, little Grogu, he's 50 years old. I don't know why I said baby. Grogu being passed off to Luke and not staying with Din Djarin we were going to see him with a similar struggle, because of this. But then in the latest stuff, it's like, Boba Fett and all that, you see, oh no, he's back with him like right away. And so my whole are we going to get to see somebody wrestle again, because of the dynamics of being pulled away from the family and into, an isolation within a culture. But no. So
one thing we know about Star Wars, it does not repeat itself every time. It's an entirely new theme. They never, No.
I'm looking at our old banners, and I thought I was going to put this one up.
You're allowed to delete banners. You can actually do that.
Oh no, that's too much fun. Too much fun. Oh no, wait, this was just yesterday. That's not that old. Dude, that one needs to stay. Don't delete that one.
Yeah, don't
you guys
delete
go
that
around
one.
DPEP so casually.
Yes.
The audience is. Entertainment Earth just this morning has dropped some new Return of the Jedi that celebrate, as we mentioned, 40th anniversary. So here are Rebecca. Who are these characters?
Well, that would be Leia in disguise.
Yes, I knew that.
And that would be C-3PO as the golden god for the Ewoks. You can see because he's in the little chair. And then you've got Wicket on the end.
Wicket's so cute. So this is on Luke, I am your father. You never said that line. Yeah, famous scene.
I had a Wicket shirt when I was little. It was one of those that was back in the day where it was like the iron-on that was glittery that you would buy from the back of a comic book. Do you guys remember those? Kyle's too old.
I do remember those. No, I actually do. Young.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
epic. Lando. Where's Lando? Ew. So unnecessary. He should be a bobblehead too.
Yuck.
This is gross. And I'm disappointed.
Oh, Salacious.
Is that Salacious Crumb?
Crumb. Nice going, Doobie.
I'm disappointed there's
It's
no
on
Lando.
the title.
Shut up, Kyle. I did not read it.
See? Mike Mack understands. Grogu, Sith Lord. Mm-hmm.
But I'm disappointed there's no Lando. He is in Return of the Jedi. Oh yeah, he's a hero in Return of the Jedi.
Because it would be fun because Grogu, that he would be the opposite, right? We were introduced to Anakin as a villainous Vader, and then we go back in time and we have to reconcile the villainous Vader with little Annie. And see, so this would be the opposite. We fell in love and we embraced Grogu, and then no, he's the ultimate evil.
I wish they had the guts to do something like that. That would be totally fun. I like that about Andor, which I know you don't necessarily about Andor, but it's not that they make the bad guys likable. It's just that they show they're actual people who have actual lives, and I like getting to know that. It doesn't take away. I don't have any trouble understanding that they have marital problems and they're the most evil people in the world. And I like learning that. I like learning that about evil people for some reason. I also like to read about plane crashes. Maybe it's my issue. Rebecca, I know when you were young, you had a subscription to Teen Vogue, and if you never canceled it, you can check out this month's edition where they have the first chapter of best-selling author.
He set himself up for failure there.
I'm looking for her first name. I guess her first name is just J. JL.
Jimmy's never encountered an author before. He doesn't know
right?
sometimes they just have an initial.
I don't know if you realize this, but there's many authors out there that just have initials.
But she's a bestseller, and she has a new book associated with the Disney film. It's coming from Disney Press, The Little Mermaid Against the Tide. And the first chapter is in Teen Vogue magazine, and here's what the cover looks like. And kind of cool.
Wait, can I ask a question that
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to? Did Ariel show off her belly button? Did Ariel have a belly button? I know it's a big
might have
deal
had
back
one.
in the day how Annette Funicello was very careful with her bikinis and Bikini Beach, and she didn't, they tended to be they weren't the skimpy bikinis. She wore very modest covering bikinis. But I was trying to remember when Mermaid came out, had the world, shifted enough
Yes.
where Ariel was allowed to have a belly button?
There are certainly scenes where you can see Ariel's belly button.
Okay.
If I am seeing, assuming I'm looking at real scenes and not
No, that's fine. Yeah,
But
I just
yeah,
couldn't. I just couldn't remember.
yeah.
And
there
that
are.
Disney Channel special with Annette replayed so many times that I see a Disney product with a belly button, and I instantly go to that moment of the Disney Channel special where Annette would talk about that.
I just think you're bearing the lead here. It means that mermaids are conceived in utero,
There you go. She has a belly button.
right? Like if it was a fish, don't have belly buttons. So
Well, it could be a different kind of belly button. We don't know if it could just be a mark. We
Yeah.
don't know that it's.
Doesn't have to be indicative of feeding in development. It could just be.
But they do all have innies. That's canon.
Yes. Yes. Can you imagine if they made sure? That'd be so funny.
It's a reverse Joey situation.
When to shut up.
We're just gonna sneak in all sorts of Friends references today.
Yeah, the backpack.
Every song on here is better than the DBC song.
I'm playing it again. It's now a pocket pick.
See what you brought upon us, Kyle.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the bathroom when he plays it, so it's fine.
Every morning.
Like when?
Every morning, I annoy my wife. by
Every
waking up
morning there's a halo hanging from the
and going through TikTok and other social medias. I put the best ones in an app called Pocket. Bring them out right now for something we call Pocket Picks. This first one comes from Plan with Kinsey, and it is adorable. And I have lost my screen share. So give me 1 second. Boom, boom. I don't know where it went. There it is now. TikTok, Plan with Kinsey. So adorable. Well, I really should do these with different music just to totally change the mood.
Oh, no way.
And look at all the characters are so happy to see her. And she's got a beeline for me.
Aww.
I love that one. That's
So adorable.
Softy at heart. That's what we are here at LP.
So how much would you have laughed if those doors swung open and she just turned the other way and ran?
I was happy with the penguin.
I can relate to the penguin, but Mickey's so big. Ah!
It is kind of
all right. This next one is from their Sadi 6. They want me to read their names. They need to make them easy to pronounce. This is from Tower of Terror. Sorry. My mistake. Let me correct it. It says, our babies weren't ready. She loved it. She didn't. I mean, that is legit fearing for your life right there.
I miss the first time I rode it was with Doobie, and it's a lap bar, and Doobie and I are not the same size, and so my experience was very, very much free floating.
Oh, why did they change that?
I remember that lap bar, like feeling like that lap bar barely caught the tip of my knee. When
you would fly on that thing. I mean, I hear you don't actually need a lap bar for that. You don't fly, but you'll just come right back down.
Yeah, no, I know. But the fun thing was then the next time I rode, I put you in the seat that had its little seatbelt so that I could be in a lap bar with my, I think it was my sister maybe, who I'm like more similar to. So it's a little bit more reassuring for me because that was intimidating.
I mean, I've ridden it with kids and, people much younger than me, and they truly fly.
Well, it's like Gideon on Big Thunder Mountain. I don't think he realized the difference between the experience of riding it with me versus riding it with you.
Right.
Because when he was riding with you, he was nice and secure because the hip size, right? He's got the nice little dad hips and then my hips, and so then he rides with mommy and there's a little bit more space between us, and so he's kind of bouncing. He didn't enjoy it as much. He's like, he wants that.
I miss the way Tower of Terror used to be, where you could ride it while standing.
Just standing.
Yeah, those were the good days. Would they do a commercial like this now, which would show people riding it in a completely inappropriate way? I'm not sure they would, because you never did stand in Tower of Terror. That just people probably showed up. They're all disappointed they were sitting.
Can I point out that we just did a whole diatribe about what it's like to ride rides with you, but I ruin your day by mentioning that your pants would be a little bit larger than mine. Like, total unfair.
You called me fat, Kyle. I don't want to.
No.
And not
I'm
with
sure
the PH. Not
Your
with
wife
the
just did that for the past 10 minutes. That wasn't me.
All right. Finally, we've got Minions, I believe, making their first appearance in Pocket Picks. This is from Ladrienne the Magic. You have Lady and the Magic. Oh, that's cute. Lady and the Magic. Here we go. We're going to Disneylanders when they go to Disney World for the first time.
Luca. Bueno. Piñu. Bueno. Piñu. Bueno. Luca.
It would have been funnier if it was like different versions, like Pirates would have been the boo, but like, well, Splash is closed now, but I think that version was better. So I think that would have been.
Yeah.
This person, I love that this person says Hollywood Studios is low key a letdown compared to DCA. DCA 2001 never saw that day coming. So.
Right? Wow.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I
and
guess
now,
you do have most of it now. Like,
it's a solid park now. Yeah.
well, I'm just saying, like, Disneyland has Galaxy's Edge and it has Runaway Railway. So, Toy Story Land, I guess that's your big selling point.
Yeah, I mean the Toy Junior Dash is a really good big thing, and Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular and Beauty and the Beast show. Don't forget those. Are you trying to do something, Rebecca, or should I move on?
Oh no, you can go on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was just looking for something, but not a big deal.
Time for the educational portion of our show. On this day in 1947, one of the most, not one of, correct me if I'm wrong, the most famous Imagineer of all time was born. His name is Tony Baxter. Happy 76th birthday to Tony Baxter. He is a Disney legend. He has a window on Main Street, and I think Disneyland is the bigger accolade. Kyle disagrees with me, but regardless, he has both. And happy birthday, Tony Baxter.
Yay!
Started off scooping ice cream.
Started off scooping ice cream.
17
on
and a
Main Street.
half, as they specify in his D23 bio.
Oh, that's what I did wrong. Okay.
He was always very helpful to us in the earliest days of Laughing Place. Very gracious with his time, willing to give us interviews when we needed for various articles or when we encountered him at Disney events. So greatly appreciate his support in those earliest of days when we were very, very tiny.
Yeah, really nice guy. Met him several times, and a really nice guy. On this day in 1956, one of Kyle's all-time favorite attractions, the Pack Mules, closed at the Disneyland Resort. Kyle, can you give us some memories of riding the Pack Mules?
Yeah. What year did this close?
1956.
It closed in 1956?
Yes, it lasted 1 year.
Okay, yeah. So I was -30 at the time. I'll never forget what it was like to go around in a circle on a questionable animal.
Thank you, Mickey Mouse Park, for that YouTube video.
Yeah, they closed them. That's how they had a lot of glue to.
That's horrible.
Also closed on this day was the Stagecoach in Frontierland. So 2 original attractions that did not make it 1 year. They're in the same company as Superstar Limo of original attractions that didn't even make it a year. I think the Discovery Island riverboats. That'd be a fun list. Disney park attractions that didn't make it a year. Someone write that down somewhere.
I feel like the Swan boats didn't last very long, but maybe they weren't that short.
I don't know. That's one that I'm not sure ever actually existed. I can't believe that.
I have pictures. I rode the Swan boats. That one I know happened. I have pictures. I have evidence.
On this day in 1972.
I think it may have been my first Disney attraction, by the way.
On this day in 1972 at Walt Disney World, the Swan boats closed. Just kidding. The Walt Disney World had its very first price increase. The price to get into the park, no ticket book, just to get in the park, went up from $3.50 to $3.75. Cost you an extra quarter to get in the park.
I mean, that actually is percentage-wise kind of large.
The ticket books.
By the way, JB, our CEO says the swan boats lasted a decade. So they lasted much longer than I thought.
It lasted basically till Epcot opened? Seriously?
So
What happened to them? They must have gone to some hotel or something.
I did not know Disney swan boats lasted that long.
73 to 80. Oh, they weren't opening day though. 73 to 83. You went in 72. How did you?
No. I went in 73.
Okay. Oh, yes, right. You were 2, which would have made it 73.
I was not
No,
2.
you were not 2 because you were born. Anyway, on this day,
I was a newly walking kid when I went to Magic Kingdom.
Ticket books at the time were $4.50, and their price didn't go up till later. So you could go to Disney World with a ticket book. The price had just gone up for that to be $8.25. Today, that price is now a lot more. It was a different time. They grew up to become the swan. I think we've seen the picture of the helicopter putting the swan up there.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, all you Disney Channel fans, here you go. This is your one for the day. On this day in 1984, one of your favorites was born, the star of this Disney Channel show.
Silverstone, the ultimate action hero. Top agent for a secret organization. Saving the world, one mission at a time. Please, that's who I play on TV. In real life, I'm Jet Jackson. Being a TV star is cool, but being a regular kid is even better. So I had the show move back to my hometown, Wilstead, North Carolina. Now, I can hang with my friends, which is great. And the best part of all, I get to spend a lot more time with my family. Hey, I'm just trying to live my life as a normal kid, but some people still see me as the famous Jet Jackson.
That is so meta. my mind's exploding trying to connect the dots there. If you're either one of you guys a big fan of famous Jet Jackson?
I'd see reruns in the middle of the night along with DComs, but otherwise, no.
So the actor there that was born is Lee Thompson Young, 1984. And he passed away, right? Yeah, he passed away in 2014, 10 years ago.
Yeah, he passed away. He passed away young. He had battled, I want to say, was it bipolar? Yeah, he was battling bipolar disorder. And so, yeah, he was only 29 when he passed away. But not only was he in Fabulous Jet Jackson, but he was also in Akeelah and the Bee.
Another Disney favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I plan to see that right
Flash
after
Forward.
I see Remember the Titans.
Do you remember Flash Forward? He was in Flash Forward.
A TV show?
Yeah, it was on ABC.
Not really. Yes, I do. He was in that?
Yeah, he was in that.
I don't remember that.
No.
And I've never seen Jet Jackson either. I didn't know that's what it was about. That's really interesting. A celebrity in a regular life is a TV show starring a celebrity in regular, yeah. On this day in 2003, the Diamond Horseshoe Revue at the Magic Kingdom had its final performance. Here's a video from 2002 Christmas season, the Christmas show, thanks to Share a Dream Come True, our good friend Chris Brown. But yeah, the Golden Horseshoe had already closed, so this was it for the vaudeville shows in Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom, sadly. Either one of you guys see this or the original Golden Horseshoe Revue or the Golden Horseshoe Jamboree or anything?
I saw the Golden Horseshoe Revue when they did a short-term revival for whatever that show, Limited Time Magic.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And this was replaced at the Magic Kingdom, I believe, with the Goofy Roundup show, something like that. Do you remember that? I know I've seen that one, but I can't remember exactly what its name was. Anyway, on this day in 2004, now I told you guys yesterday that I am a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, and I would never show this time of year, obviously Super Bowl time of year, there's a ton of this end histories that are, I'm going to Disneyland, I'm going to Disney World, but I'm only going to show the Cowboys. And then I wake up this morning to the alert that Tom Brady has retired. So fine, I'm going to show Tom Brady's I'm going to Disney World. On this day in 2004, he beat the Carolina Panthers. However, I could not find that one on YouTube, but I didn't want to give Tom Brady the short shrift just in case he's watching. So this is actually from a couple of years earlier.
I didn't know the Carolina Panthers ever went to the Super Bowl.
TIL. TUL. I do.
You wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come true.
Brady, you and the Patriots have just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next?
We're going to Disney World!
And you can catch 80 for Brady in theaters this weekend, I think.
Yep. He was doing the red carpet.
That is so, and I'm pretty sure he's playing the Rams there. Kurt Warner was their quarterback. This just seems like ancient history, and the man just retired.
Yeah.
Dude, that is crazy.
Yeah, he was just building a lightsaber, what, a year and a half ago or something?
Yeah, I saw those pictures. Him going to Disney World after winning the Super Bowl for Tampa Bay. Prediction: despite retiring, Brady will still finish 10th in passing yards. He's still a better quarterback than that Joe Burrow.
Still ahead of Russell Wilson somehow. Go figure.
All right. On this day, wow, poor Russell. I know he's a fan. Come on, Kyle.
Oh, that's not what he was looking to cook. That was my Patrick Starr impression.
Russell just got a new contract. A new coach. So we'll see what happens. We got Peyton now, Sean Payton. All right. This is from Christina, Montana. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's from 2008, and I will show the trailer for this film, which was released for a week in 2008.
The motion picture concert event you've been waiting for. Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds extended concert movie. For the first time, the year's biggest music sensation comes home with even more songs than the theatrical movie. Be there for the incredible premiere performance of Miley Cyrus.
Friendship is the best thing ever, except for best friendship. So I have nightmares about that movie because I worked at a movie theater then, and so you got a bunch of people coming. No, it wasn't that bad because back then we only had a couple of digital projectors, even though it was like 12 or 15 screens or whatever we had. Only 2 of them had digital, so we could only show that movie on a couple of them. But if it was today, we would have had it on like every screen. So.
We saw that in theater, Rebecca. Do you remember?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Hannah Montana song? I mean, because I still, I'm not gonna lie, I still periodically will pull out some Hannah Montana music in my world.
I never really listened to Honey. I was a Jonas Brothers guy, but I like the one. I think is it called "See You Again." I started looking down. She's
I like Ice
USA. Party in the USA.
No, that's not Hannah Montana. That's Miley Cyrus.
Oh my goodness! What Hannah Montana songs are there?
Miley. I mean, in all honesty, Miley is one of those performers that she is truly talented and understands who she is and what she is. She to me is like one of those performers that is going to, like, generations later, you're still going to be seeing her and hearing from her because she's really good at kind of shifting with her age, with her demographic. I think she's done a really good job of keeping herself relevant and interesting to the marketplace.
Her new single was like had like the most streams on Spotify on her first day or something.
It was okay. Not only is it a song I really enjoy, but the visuals, it's not child friendly, but the visuals are really stunning. I mean, they're incredibly provocative, but they're really, really stunning. But no, my favorite Hannah Montana is the Ice Cream Freeze song. Do the ice cream,
how's it go?
Strike a pose, then you do the milkshake, take it down low. Just fun.
Tony.
Fun, but no, and seriously, every once in a while you're in a bad mood. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll grab a Hannah Montana playlist and kind of just toss it on for a bit. So yeah, there you go. See, it's got a little bit of fun to it.
How do you know when it's Hannah Montana and when it's Miley Cyrus?
Wig.
Oh, thank you.
But Party in the USA was after her Disney Channel era.
But we saw her perform it at D23 Expo, didn't we?
It was on the edge of it.
Yeah, she was kind of branched. She was making that shift right at the Expo.
It wasn't until Bangers came out that she just completely abandoned it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, you guys' ability to talk music is Not something I
Oh, you
expected.
should have seen it. Becca put on a Miley song, "We Can't Stop," and was shocked that I happen to know all the words. And I'm like, I don't know how this happened either.
All right, finally, on this day in 2011, thank you to Movie Trailer Locker for this one. Another classic direct-to-DVD.
Won't you please join me in bringing together to marriage a much beloved couple, Chloe and Poppy. You may lick the bride.
Always a bridesmaid,
Ew.
never a bride. Oh, Poppy. Uncle Pedro.
Give me some pop.
Oh, look at me. I'm covered in mud.
Don't you usually pay for a mud mask?
Oh, you little fluff ball.
You got Benji's attention.
Sorry. She is a 3-time champion of the Beverly Hills Dog Show.
She's just mad because she looks like a big angry Q-tip.
I know when we saw Beverly Hills Chihuahua in theaters, which we did, we said, wow, this movie has to have a sequel. And our dreams came true on this day in 2011, direct-to-DVD sequel. Anybody else got any thoughts on the classic Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2? Who starred in the original? Was it Sharpay? Am I all alone here? Am I being heard? Hello, Bueller?
I don't remember. I just know that I started thinking about the Will Trent show. So when the Chihuahua showed up on screen, my mind instantly went there. So and the adorable Chihuahua that's featured in the ABC show Will Trent. I believe that we actually had a chance to meet this adorable Chihuahua on Laughing Place. I believe there's evidence of it.
There's evidence of it. All right, well, that is the last of this day in Disney history. We'll see what news has happened since. Let's see. Mike has made his way to the other side of downtown Disney, where Earl of Sandwich is set to reopen. There we go. See its temporary location, the former La Brea Bakery. It's going to open right now in about 28 minutes, 11 a.m. You can see the huge line out front. People excited to get their sandwich. Or maybe they're just walking by. So, no, just kidding. So that's exciting. And also, Mike ran across some cool merchandise. Now, I don't know if this is just shoving merchandise to the wrong location or if something new is coming to the Disney.
I think they're just, like they don't want to leave the West Coast out, but I love his wording here. Unlike the attraction itself, the Spirit jersey is available. So yeah, we saw this. I think it was on Shop Disney. It's not my favorite.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I think it's funny that it showed up at Disneyland, and I appreciate the way Mike tweeted.
Yes.
All right, I'm just checking real quick.
It doesn't even say Walt Disney World on it, does it? So it just has the attraction. It just has the attraction name and the character featured. It's interesting.
It's kind of tacky, actually, which is why they sent it to Disneyland. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. You can buy it today for $15 and basically get on right now. Yeah. Star Wars Rise of Resistance is $25. Get on right now. All right, let's see. What did we talk about today? We, of course, went through Sweethearts Night. Thank you, Rebecca, for joining us for that, and other stuff happening in Disneyland. We did a lot of looking forward to Mandalorian 3, which comes out 1 month from today. Season 3, which comes out 1 month from today. We found out that I have the best taste in romantic Disney movies. Looked at a bunch of 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi merchandise, and of course, all our fun stuff. So if you missed any of that, you can watch this at any time on our YouTube channel. Stay tuned all day on laughingplace.com/TV for all kinds of fun stuff. Plus all of our live streams. And today at 1 p.m., which is 1 p.m. Pacific time, we're going to have Marvel Time with Michael Mack, who you've been seeing a lot here, and Benji, our CEO/Big Cheese. And then at 2 p.m., we're going to have a live walk and talk, I believe, with Mike Celestino. Mike and Talk, yes. with Mike Celestino from the Disneyland Resort. Walk around and see what's happening there. I think by now he's probably actually gotten in a park, so that'll be helpful. I know they're actually opening up the Frederick Douglass video at the Walt Disney Story today, and that is the primary reason he is there today. So stick around here at laughingplace.com. I want to thank our managing editor, Kyle, for being on the show today. Thank you, Kyle. And I want to
Sorry, I was muted and I was taking care of something else. Thank you.
I want to thank my wife, Rebecca, for surprise joining us for the whole show when I asked her just to come on for one segment. Thank you so much for sticking around, hon.
You're welcome. This was fun.
Awesome. And I'm Doobie. Stay tuned, laughingplace.com/TV, where fun stuff happens.
LP has a TV.
That works.